Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy and today I'm going to be giving you a prediction reading for the month of November. I thought it was getting time I came on. We're getting to the end of October, so I thought I'd better pop on and do a general reading for November. It is actually the 23rd of October today, just if you're wondering when I'm posting this video. So if you're new, please subscribe and I will just get started and we'll see what comes up for November. I'm getting the collapsing. Now they're showing me a building, and yesterday we were talking about a lot of shaking going on, like tremors and right deep underground kind of energy. But now I'm getting that like part of the corner of a building is falling off. So it's showing me like cracks in the corner of a building and a whole chunk is slipping away. So there's chunks of this narrative that are falling off, I would say, or collapsing is probably the word. There's big collapses in their narrative, and that's what we want to hear on this channel, isn't it? But I am getting that shaking energy, which is the people, the shaking of the people waking up, is causing big chunks of their narrative to fall and collapse. Let's see where else we go with this today. And the guides are just saying that it's not going smoothly. Their agenda is not going smoothly. We know that over the past couple of years, they've had this rolling out to perfection. They have really, we can't deny that. The jab wheel just went on and on and on. Most of us here thought they would have hopped off after the first and second jab, but they didn't. They continued on it. Then we realised there was the mass psychosis, which had like almost hypnotised people and taken them very deep. But I keep saying to you that people aren't in that hypnosis and psychosis for everything else. So that's why because it's destroying people's lives so dramatically. Well, we know it is financially, taking businesses down, blah, 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 ruining everything. It's causing people to be woken up. They have to wake up, because if they don't do something now, they're going to have nothing, which is the whole, as we know here, goal of the reset is to take people down to nothing. So that's why this is happening, because people are starting to, their energy is waking up, so it's causing this reaction, and this that's why we're getting that shaking, like tremor energy. Let's see where else we go today. God, I got it yesterday, I think, too. People are coming around to our way of thinking. They're coming around. They're not letting us know that, and they're not telling anyone else that, but they're starting to become aware. Now, I think I mentioned it. I probably didn't tell you guys. One of my husband's brothers, he was a big jabber. Tim tried to tell him in the beginning, but of course nobody was listening. And now he's become the worst. He's actually researching, doing all the research, and he keeps saying to us now how they're lying about this, they're lying about that. And that's just one example. He's uncovering all the truths on his own because he's really realizing that this is all garbage. So that's one person that we know of. You guys might know of others. Let us know down below if you're finding people are starting to do their research. So he's digging way deeper now, and he was a person who was in the, psychosis. He was getting jabbed all the time, even had a booster. So these are examples. You guys might be finding that too. This is why I think the guides are kind of saying to us just to step back and let them find that information. But they're digging. It is showing me that people are digging. They're digging deeper and deeper, and they're coming around to our way of thinking, the naughty rebels. They don't want to admit it though. Who would? They don't want to be in our category. I keep saying that. They don't want to be categorized as a conspiracy theorist. Oh God. Even though they're not conspiracies, are they anymore? They're coming to fruition. They're actually truth theorists. We need to come up with a new name, don't we? Let's all think of a new name down below. We can start using a different name instead of conspiracy theorists. We can actually come up with something else. Oh, it's just ridiculous. But that's what's happening with these people. They're finding information. They're realizing a lot of this is truths, but they're not saying it openly. They're not comfortable, rather, to say this out openly, and especially not to any of us. You might even find some of your family and friends are going through this at the moment, but they're not willing to talk about it. Because it's like I said in that video the other day, no one wants to be wrong. It's like us. We want ours to be the truth. Well, they want theirs to be the truth. Plus, they've been jabbing themselves with stuff that they don't even know what it is. And so they don't want this to be all doom and gloom. And now their spike proteins affected in their body and their immune system might drop. See, that's the stuff they might be uncovering when they're researching. Got to remember that. So they're keeping a lot of this quiet, the people that are waking up, because they don't want to be exposed as a conspiracy theorist. Oh my gosh, this is a crazy turnout, isn't it? Let's see where else we go. I'm getting England, France. I'm getting big fight backs. I think that's happening in the UK. There are things going on in the UK, and France definitely. Just getting hit so hard. So much confusion in England. We know that. We know with all the changes and the unknown and what's going on is currently leaving people very lost. And you got to remember, they've already gone through the grief of the Queen. So then that made them feel lost, because then Charles stepped in, and no one has that respect for Charles, like I keep saying. So now these people in the UK and England and all this are feeling very lost. It's showing me like visuals of the people in like England, London, UK. It's showing me them on a treadmill, and it's like the treadmill's been sped up and it's moving too fast and people are slipping off it. That's how the people are feeling over there. See, the Queen gave people very good stability. I said she was like that grandmotherly figure. I know we've all got our own opinions of it, but this is just the image for majority of the people. Everyone walked on the treadmill at a really nice pace with the Queen, because she didn't push the politics and all that. But now it's like she's died, moved on, press the speed button on the treadmill, and everybody's legs are going like this now, and everybody's life is sped up. And this is what's happening, and they're losing their grip, and people are slipping off. It's showing me them grabbing their handles, trying to save themselves, and people are just flopping off the end. And this is the chaos energy that it's representing in these parts of the UK, Britain, England, London. There's a lot of the slipping off the treadmill, meaning people are losing their way now. You know, even if you're on a treadmill, you're pretty much just going forward, looking in the one direction. But when you're getting hit that hard, you slip off the end, and then it causes injuries and things, meaning financially being taken down, businesses closing, cost of living going up, blah, blah, blah. We know how it goes. Everybody's going through the same thing globally, which does seem a bit of a coincidence to a lot of people as well, that the whole globe is going through the same thing at the same time, when we used to actually run as very individual, separate countries, didn't we? And we had our own financial problems, and yes, we interacted to a degree with other countries. I'm not saying we didn't, but we had ways and strategies of how to manage it as independent countries, but not anymore. This is all happening globally, which is becoming very obvious as well. Let me see where else we go today. God, I'm getting that feelings are being poured out. People's emotions are really rising up. We talked about here these people waking up and how their pain bodies were going to rise up into the anger and the hurts and this kind of thing, probably at government. But I'm getting now the feelings are coming out. So there's people that are really emotionally charged, like sort of crying. I'm getting, God, we know people are getting counselled now. The legal services have jumped on board. We know they have. You're going to look at more divorces. These are the kind of things that are going to start to get highlighted more around people's emotional states. Because well, I guess basically what the guides are saying is because shit got real, people's lives are turning upside down. And whenever there's like that kind of, not just financial stress, but stress in many avenues, it really affects people's relationships and this kind of thing as well, because people start arguing. I mean, everyone argues, don't they, at times over money, the cost of living crisis, you know, it goes on and on and on. When your bills keep coming in the mail, your interest rates are going up, there's going to be a lot more of this, people needing counselling, needing someone to talk to. I'm getting more of that, well, obviously depression, suicidal thoughts when people can't cope and support their families. You're going to get all this. This is what I'm getting, that outpouring of that emotion. And if people don't talk about that emotion, of course, it leads to more depression, suicidal thoughts, this kind of thing. So I'm getting that that's starting to be on the rise. More separations, divorces, like I said, and of course the lawyers would all be waiting in the background to, you know, step in and do their role, which a lot of them are now actually. Interestingly, even around the jab, aren't they? You're probably finding that sometimes where you guys are. Look at all the doctors and things fighting back now. There's a lot of people who are starting to fight for their human rights, and the lawyers are kind of coming in and taking that over. So these are emotional things to go through as well. So this is a broad thing that's starting to happen now. This is in all aspects of everybody's lives. You know, we know what's coming here on my channel, and we're seeing these things, so we're sort of mentally prepared. We've physically got ourselves stronger by detaching from a lot of the angst and feelings of other people. But these people waking up, it's becoming their reality. See, they thought this would end, but it's not ending, because they were on the road to nowhere. It was all going nowhere but downhill. So this is why a lot of people are trying to veer off that path. But yeah, I'm getting that real emotional, I guess you could say it's like the takedown of people, really. Isn't that sad? I mean, a lot of us here have been through those journeys of the soul breakdowns with the dark night of the soul, depression, traumas in our life, things we might have been through, losing jobs, all sorts of things that were really traumatic, and we've managed to move through those feelings. I'm not saying we don't get them, we still get triggered, we always do. But this is what they're currently going through now, those real soul breakdowns that really change you as a person, I guess. Let's see where else we get. God, they're showing me visions, and this is of you watching my channel. They're showing me visions of us as the Knights of the Round Table, and how we're having these very big discussions now. And it's like we've found relief, and we're sitting at this table. I'm even getting tight in the throat now. I'm getting that we're wanting to have our say. But we've got the platform now to have it, but with like kind. And I keep saying that to you, we're in this period of time at the moment where the guides keep guiding us to be silent, and that's probably why we've got this jammed up throat. But they're showing us coming together as the Knights of the Round Table, and as the representatives, but we're with our own movement, because that's our safe place to talk with like-minded people. I was telling you yesterday actually about that little music concert I went to. It was so brilliant. If I can manage to post a little video, I'll post it onto my Facebook page, Chrissy Fitzgerald Psychic Life Coach. I took a video and I got my Josh Groban song. It wasn't You Raise Me Up, but it was The Gift, which actually had, I think, more meaning, because it kept saying that you are a gift, if any of you know that song. So I will put it on my Facebook page if you want to go and check that out. Hopefully I can post it on there. My daughter might help me do that, because sometimes the videos get a bit long and they're hard to share. His voice is incredible. And they also had someone playing the Native American flute. Oh, it was incredible. And there were some young people actually there playing guitar, songs they'd written, and it gave me hope for that younger generation, that they're really, some of them are really quite awake. We talked about them waking up the other day. And these people, these young youth, they would have been in their early 20s, and they were playing instruments, singing, following their passions, and they had real joy inside of them, and it was just, gave me hope for that younger generation. But that's what I'm kind of, that's what I'm sort of getting to today. You've got to be around like kind, and that's why we're getting this Knights of the Round Table energy. It's very important, because these are the things that uplift you. I would say everybody... it was in a little country church here. It was absolutely gorgeous. I'll post that picture on my Facebook page. I might have already done that actually. And it was, raining outside and little grey skies, but it was so beautiful. There was a cemetery in the background, and just, it was like kind of people. We were all on the same page. You could tell they were all the maverick, rebel, braveheart bikers in the one spot, and it felt great. It felt free, it felt relaxed, and everyone was just there having conversations, enjoying themselves. No one was worried about talking to anyone, and No one was wearing masks. It was such an interesting experience. And I think that's why we've got to have that silence to that sort of outside world at the moment and allow those people to get the info themselves. And that's why we're getting that Knights of the Round Table. We can only really voice at the moment, and this is for our own, I would say, protection and safety, is let things out with like kind. I mean, I know here on my channel we share a lot of things, and it's wonderful that we've all got each other, because this has been very isolating. No matter what your experiences has been, we've all come together with that like-kinded kind of energy. And that's what I'm getting. We're all sitting there as these Knights of the Round Table. And it's almost, I guess you could say, it's that image of us sharing experiences, looking at our plans moving forward, how we're going to navigate these things. It's all sharing our and getting each other's feedback as well is the word I'm looking for. And we do that here. That's like us. We come together as the Braveheart Bikers, Knights of the Round Table, and we share our experiences, and we all learn from each other. It's not just me sitting here and telling you everything the guides are saying. I'm only giving you guidance from my guides to kind of help us to navigate this journey. But it's all the things that we all exchange together, that we have a laugh, we learn things from each other, and we I guess we stay connected purely by understanding what each other's going through in our different countries as well, because we know none of us see what's happening on mainstream media. We get fed a whole different story. So it's nice to know that other people are going through similar things as us, and we're not alone in this journey, is what the guides are trying to say. Let me see if there's something else to close with today. God, they're giving me that Michael Jackson song again. Do you remember? Do you remember the time? Yesterday we were talking a lot. Someone was talking to me about time. We get a few songs about time, don't we? Like, we've got the Culture Club. Is it Time Won't Give Me Time or something? And Cyndi Lauper, Time After Time. I've talked to you about, is it the Big Ben digital clock energy that was even on The Simpsons? There's a lot of things we're getting about time, and I'm getting that Michael Jackson song where he kind of spins and then he turns into the sand or something in that film clip. Do you remember the time? It's a great song actually, and it's set. It's like an Egyptian setting again. That's what it's reminding me of. It just takes me back to that when we talk here a lot about the pyramid energy. Not the pyramid scheme and Ponzi scheme that I talk about the global elites are creating, where they're at the top and the little people have nothing. Not that scheme. We have the pyramid energy, and that's why they're giving me that song again. The pyramid energy has that really good support base. So I guess that's what they're kind of trying to say to us today. We have that support base, but we're also protected. Whenever I talk about pyramid energy, pyramids are quite a positive symbol, aren't they, in the spiritual world? A lot of people have them in their houses, little crystal ones and different things like that. But it's about that grounded and earthed energy. But I always talk, when I talk about pyramids for us, it's always about the treasures and the things that lie beneath. And everything's like buried within you and like protected as well. And that's what I'm going to sort of leave you with today. The guides are saying that we are protected. It's like in the pyramids, they put the booby traps, and so people can't get to the gold and all the, what do they call them, the thieves and all that try and ransack the pyramids. There's all these trap doors, and then they're just so well designed. But this is what the guides are saying, that we're protected. Our treasures inside are protected. Sort of from harm or from people like getting to us again. And that's why I'm getting that pyramid energy for us, which is nice to know, isn't it? I'm not saying our lives are perfect and we're never going to be harmed or anything like that. I'm just saying that we get the guidance because we listen to our... And see, this is what it's like being on the 5D realms, isn't it? And having our senses right opened up, is we have more awareness. And it's that sitting on the mountaintop again. It's like sitting on the top of the pyramid. It's the same as the mountain energy, and being able to see that 360-degree view. And that's what the guides are kind of saying. It enables us to have a real like treasure of inner strength buried beneath, because we have these really good senses and really good awarenesses of what's coming at us, how to navigate things. You think about it, a lot of people don't have the skills to navigate these things. Look at how we all stood up, or we fought back against government in our different ways, mandates, whatever it was. We had that strength inside to not have that fear and to push through that, which a lot of people don't have. So that's why we're getting this real pyramid energy, like the mountain. It's just like the mountain, sitting on top of the mountain, and having that great view, but also having good awarenesses. So the guides are saying that we do have that sort of, I guess it's protection, but it's also that good stability. And that's why we're getting the pyramid energy today. So they're saying to look out for any pyramids you might see today, or any synchronicities. Actually, last time I talked about that on here, it was really weird. There was I turned TV on, and there was a Tutankhamun special on Channel 2 with the mummies and everything. It was really interesting. I do find the Egyptian things very interesting. So that's the song I'm going to leave you with today. Remember the time. And I will say goodbye from Australia. Have a wonderful afternoon, and that's what's coming in November. So take care, everybody, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, everyone. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like buttons. Bye, guys.